It is freaking cold out. Feels like 4 degrees out. Man. Thankful for something with a heater. Nobody can close the damn door right. Come on. Well, he's coming to get hay anyhow. It's like, come on. Freaking coldest day of the year and you gotta come get hay. God dang. I mean, that's why we keep the wood here, to keep the doors from slapping around and making noise. Good grief. It's cold out. This sucks, trying to do anything in the barn or anything outside. It is stupid cold out. It is, what, 20 degrees? And it feels like 4 degrees. Yeah. But you know what? There's still stuff that has to be done. Fingers are turning red. But that's okay. My goodness. You got to take the fingers out of the gloves, so that way you can do things like cut baler twine and take net wrap off of bales and things like that. Well, since we got ourselves a key, we can turn the power onto that thing and get with our day. Even though it's running with the remote, that don't mean nothing, okay? It's a safety feature. You can't drive away with the machine without a key. I guess you can turn a blower speed up, but you cannot release the park brake no matter how hard you try. That thing is not coming out. Yeah, you got steering, but it puts a draw on the alternators. You guys can probably see the lights flickering. So you turn the key on and you hit the brakes. Well, what do you say we get after it here? Man, that was a good option I did on this machine, was add the optional lights on the light bar, so that way I can use them as high and low beams. Well, so we're back working on this thing, and I'm afraid that this isn't going to work because you got the bolts in the bottom there that line up with that on the tongue. When this is straight here, it has to be in line with that up there, meaning the shaft won't work. If we were to take and cut this and slide it in a little bit so that the shaft would stick out as it is now, it wouldn't work because of, again, this here. But I'm sure Dad will come up with something. We got us a hood for the green Mac because the other one is all mucho broken right in here, and we can't have that. So we'll get this hood all painted this winter, get the chrome on it and everything, and we will make it look brand new. Completely forgot that, hey, it's winter time and things get cold. Need to take the grease gun in where it can be in the warm. because battery operated things do not operate the greatest when left outside in cold weather. Even though the battery was still up to snuff, I don't want to take any chances on breaking my grease gun. Man, whoever backed this tractor in here didn't back it in square. Oops. Oh well, I was in a bit of a rush to go meet with the garage door guy the other day. We can always straighten it up later. Well, so we need to run down here and do salt patrol, so that way nobody gets in any accidents. That's sliding a little bit. So we're gonna start right from here and go out towards the stop sign. Then maybe a little bit back here at the curve. I have the slightest clue how to throw salt. But I just try my best. That's all you can do, is just try your best. I mean, I guess you can kind of see where I threw it. It's starting to work. And then we'll go see what the hell that is doing at the farm drive. Well, we got a little heavy right there, but it is what it is. Well, so Dad has left to go get some fine thread bolts, because the ones that I was trying to put in this block were no mucho good. So what we're gonna have to do is, I was trying to make it work like you're supposed to with this here, but this is for that engine there, okay? So we're just gonna have to end up going direct to the block with this here, which means we can't use that because we're all the way over to the left. My left, your right, or technically the right, because of how you look at things in the seat of a piece of equipment. And then I suggest, why not just use a piece of air conditioner ducting, the gray, you know, thick round stuff, because that stuff gives a little bit more than hard plastic does. But we need to worry about getting this attached first before we worry about that. It's a pain in the butt that they are fine thread, but hey, it is what it is, and I think Lowe's will have what we need in hardware. I'll tell you what, that's the best thing I did for this Gator, was put the remote start on it, so that way it can be warming up while I'm doing other things. We need to run across the road and get some John Deere yellow, the correct yellow, so that way we can throw a little paint on these rims to keep the rust from going after them and making a mess out of a $70,000 tractor. Now there might be a couple of yous that, you know, say, oh, you're hard on that thing for using the remote start a whole lot. Well, it's there, and I might as well use it. So we will see just how our salting is. Wow. Holy jumping, are we? We need to go to school to learn how to salt, apparently. Yee, thowee. We didn't do worth the crap. So we will just run down the road here, and we will go see how the rest of our salting has done. I'm not exactly sure, but it's always good to look and see that, hey, you know, this area might need a little more salt. This area might need a little less. It all depends. Well, I better not get carried away, seeing as this might be slick. So we'll just keep it under 20. We'll do like anywhere from 16 to 18, I guess. Yeah, we need to go to school to learn how to salt. But hey, it is what it is. That's just how it's going to have to be. So we have found our yellow we were looking for. This is the this is the more full. Actually, make a liar out of me. This is the one that is all the way full. This is the one that is lesser full. We need 2 of these anywho to do the job that we need to have done. Oh, the snow is so beautiful. Said no person ever who had livestock. And that's a fact. Just down here checking on the ducks. I guess I don't need to break water after all anymore, because when that pipe comes out over there, there is running water. However, we do need to put some feed in here for them. And here they come a-waddling, or whatever ducks do. If you guys have been around for a while, this is the animal run, animal kennel that I have put together myself back, I think a spring of this year. We just went and bought a couple tarps, threw over the one side to help keep the wind off of them, and then we went and lined it with straw. I don't know why them ducks are dragging their feet, but I'm gonna close this up anywho, so that way no other critters get on in here. Well, the cows aren't all the way out of hay, but they're gonna be needing hay by the end of today. Yeah, it's gonna be 26 by lunchtime. Actually, we can pick between lunchtime and 2 o'clock. As of right now, it is a little blustery, 16 degrees out, but it is nowhere near as bad because the wind is not playing a factor in today's weather like it was yesterday. And our bolts have arrived. Need to start everything but the big bin, so that way stuff can dry. We don't want to over dry what is in the big bin. We just kind of need to pick and choose how we go about starting these, and either whichy way. This one here is a pain in the butt to get to because crawling over this concrete here, there's really no good way to get to it, like the other 3 bins. So we have everything labeled correctly, so that way nothing gets turned on accidentally and a mess is created. Alrighty, so this is where we got with this project here, is we got both of these rims, these front rims, painted, but we have run out of yellow for the back ones. I am not sure if we are, okay, it looks like we are doing the insides as well. They look good as new. Okay. Well, they do for right now, anywho. So, like I said, we have run out of yellow because the way I can tell is, these are still got some rust on them. So we're gonna let this alone for right now. We had to run after some parts for the next project over yonder. And then, I think that's going to be it for today, other than taking care of the regular chores and bedding barns and things like that that you guys have seen previously. So I just thought I would maybe try and park the buggy a little bit differently, since the wind is coming out of the southwest. The wind is heading towards the dryer and the bins. So I figured I would, instead of putting the gator this way, where the wind can just blow right on through, I thought I would put it this way to keep the engine at the back and to help keep some of the wind off of it, so that way it does not get chilled as easy as if it were facing the other direction. So anywho, we need to start our machine and let it warm up. I'm not convinced that the block heater does anything different when starting the engine, other than just run the battery more flat. Then if you would just to start it like a traditional diesel without a grid heater. So we're just gonna let this thing set and warm up for a little bit. We're gonna take our buggy down, open the bottom barn doors, we can get our straw, and we will I guess probably call this a video. I'm not sure if we're gonna get to putting that impeller back on today or not, but if this is going to be the end of the video, then it's going to be the end of the video. But if there's going to be more, then there's going to be more. Well, we're back. We're gonna finish this thing up maybe today, I don't know. We had to come up with a bushing for the center of this thing, because it there was no set screw on the back end of it. Okay, so yeah, so we had to take and goober up, manufacture our own, and we are Back in business, we can now put this thing on just like that. We can cut our safety wire off because, well, actually we can just unbolt this safety thing here from that for that engine there when that engine was on this a hair, because we won't be needing this anymore. So let's quit the lip movements and let's get back to putting the thing back together again. Well, poop. Okay. What do we got going on down here? Well, we're making good headway. I found out we need to be using lock nuts, especially for these two halves here, because, well, it's just how it's going to have to go, because this is a component of this vacuum that you do not want coming loose. It's the only reason that they use lock nuts. When I put the engine on and a couple videos ago, used I just double nutted them, called it a day. Life be good. So we'll go ahead and finish this up and we'll see where we're at for time wise. Well, we got everything all tight. There is a really bad rattle to this thing, but that is because this thing is flippity floppity floopity. Okay? And that is what makes it rattle all the way through the tongue, back to the rear axle, and then back up through. So, yeah, I still gotta take this off yet because we won't be needing it no more. I theoretically could just leave it on. But I think I'm just gonna take it off because we won't be needing it no more, and this will just get in the way. This was for the safety on that engine over there, but like I say, we won't be needing it no more. Alrighty, so we got our switch all apart. There is a zip screw that went a-flying. As soon as I loosened the top one there, it nowhere to be found. But I don't know, I determined to keep it, but this would be the last engine we put on this thing as long as I'm alive. I don't know. I don't think it'll be worth it to put this switch on the Facebook Marketplace and try and get a couple bucks out of it. I don't think it would be worth it, to be honest with you, but that's where you guys come in. Let me know in the comments section just what you would do. If you would put the thing on the Facebook Marketplace, or if you would throw it away. Now, I might have done a bad thing on this engine, and I double nutted the 4 bolts here when I should have used lock nuts. Or will double nutting just be as good? Let me know what you guys think. Is a lock nut just as good as double nutting? That'd be a great discussion piece. So I got this far. I still got to bolt everything there. I am unsure well, I can just reach my hand right up in here and bolt everything just like such, and my arm will get cut off. You guys can watch me fight with this thing, try to get it over the bag. I thought I could just take this end, shove it right on through, so that way this will get caught in this, but it ain't gonna work. I know why they made this a square opening here, but what I don't know is why they didn't keep the trajectory of this here. Hang on, what are we doing? Oh, we're all wrapped around ourselves on the inside. Is why they didn't keep the shape, this square shape, go all the way down to the two halves, is beyond me. Okay. Of course, you're gonna get a pain in the butt. Come over here. There. That gone. Well, wasn't really that big of a job, or that big of a pain in the butt. But, I mean, it is what it is. And we're trying to make do with what we got. So, I think that is going to be it for this project. We do need to figure out where this goes, or else we can just, well, no, we can't do that. Well, maybe we could do that, because I don't really see where this is touching it down here, but it bolts there. You know what? This might just be a support. I think. That bolt don't go all the way through. Well, it does, but it don't. Nope, that one too big. Huh. Well, I don't really know what we're gonna do with this bottom piece. Huh. But it looks like this went on the outside, don't it, guys? Because you can see the ring and how it follows this on the inside here. How it follows that. Or am I missing something? I don't know, but we'll get it all figured out. So, well, we will join back up with you guys in the next video. Take it easy and stay warm.